Hey friends, it's Dee and Liz, and today we're back with part 2 of our outdoor spaces. Okay friends, let me show you what's in my front garden. We'll begin here. I have 3 across here, and these are pink azaleas. Of course, they bloom early spring, so they've already put on a show for this year, for 2024. Let's move to the back wall. These are hedge privets. Of course, they can stand some trimming up, but that's what they look like, and they are perennials, so of course they come back every year. Let's move back this way and look at this rose bush. Beautiful red blooms. Of course, it's looking a little puny, but I have fed it with a lot of miracle grow, so I'm expecting it to come back probably a little better in the fall. It will bloom these red blooms until the first frost comes. This purple right here, I think you call that candlestick. It is a perennial. I had one over here to the right as well. It did not make it. So this fall, I'm going to divide it and put half of it to the right on this garden. Back here in the back, this is already put on a show for this year. That's a pink peonia that was given to me by a patient years ago, and it comes back and put out beautiful pink blooms in the springtime. And then of course right here, this big hosta. They've been here for years, and of course hosta is really not a sun-loving plant. However, mine have been in the sun for, I know, 15 to 20 years, and they come back. It's looking a little scorched, but we have been watering it every day. This is the only annual that I have right here, the mixture of the pink and the red begonias. We put those here every year. They give us a nice show, a nice pop of color in this garden. I'll say from May all the way to October, or to the first frost hits. And then of course this is hosta number 2, and this is rose bush number 2. Same thing. It was a little large, and it's been pruned back and it's been fed, so as we go through the summer entering into the fall, we should have a lot of nice luscious blooms on this plant. Now this plant back here in the back is another peonia. I planted it last year, 2023. It did not bloom for whatever reason this year, so hopefully for 2025 it will give me some blooms, and it's supposed to be pink as well. As we move forward, of course right here at the end I have monkey grass. It's been planted there for years, and it just continues to bloom out. And right here in my walkway, we have mostly geraniums. We have geraniums and dianthus. Now these, you can see where they bloomed and then where they've died off, but they'll keep blooming this variegated pink and red. I thought those were really pretty. And then this one is red. It's bloomed, and we have to pick the dead stuff off and it comes back. These are another geranium that's a deep dark red that I love. And also mixed in this pot is a dianthus that's a pink, a hot pink. Now dianthus are perennials, so they come back every year. The geranium is an annual. In this pot we have some beautiful sun patience, a mixture of the deep red, hot pink, and another pink. Also mixed in here is other geraniums. That's sort of a coral color. Over here are sun patience, and then these are another set of dianthus, which you can see some have bloomed, but that's the color that they're giving off. Of course, the vine, sweet potato vine, I don't know, it looks like something's eating on it. I may have to try to find something to spray on that. So that's in my walkway as you enter coming up my front porch. If we go this way, I have another rose. Unfortunately, it's bloomed, but there are other blooms on it, and it's a really pretty blush pink. You can see that little bud right there. It's not open, but it's gonna be open soon. Unfortunately, they have been blooming, but they've died off, and so other blooms are gonna be blooming soon. Also, what I really love in this garden are my calla lilies, and this is just really put on a show this year. And I have this one is a little lighter in color. If you can see that, it's kind of leaning down, but I have 3 of those, and those are also perennials that come back every year. And this is my front garden. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the back and go to the patio, and I'll let you see what I did back there. Friends, Liz and I are sitting in my new space, my pergola. We're having us a nice cold glass of water because it's so hot outside. This area is a new addition to our home. It was installed by a company called Assembly Made Easy. We will list the website down below. As we pan around, you can see the ceiling fan was installed by this company, as well as all of the string lights. This is a daytime view. However, it's getting a little overcast and a little clouded. So hopefully I'm going to be able to show you the nighttime vibe and what it looks like. All of the plants that you see on the inside are faux plants. So no maintenance there, just easy peasy, so we can enjoy. But we're gonna come outside and take a look, and I'll show you what I did plant. Okay, friends, since I went with a black and white theme, I only plant white plants on the patio or something lush and green. This is an annual called verbena. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Gives me beautiful white blooms all summer long. Right behind this is a grass called pink mullygrass. And at some point, I think in the fall, it will give us some pink blooms as it grows up. Hopefully in the fall, I can show this in full bloom. This is a perennial, so it will come back every year. And I have the same thing on this side, although this one just has one teeny little bloom, but it has multiple blooms that's getting ready to pop out. So it's the same thing that's on that side, and it's called verbena. It's white. Of course, it comes in multiple colors like red and fuchsia, beautiful colors. Real easy to grow. It takes full sun. This is the same thing, the pink mullygrass, which is a perennial, and so it should give us a show in the fall with some pink blooms on that. As we move this way, in front of my steps, I have flanked on both sides. This white right here is white lantana. It has the blooms on there that has not come out. Behind it is a lily. It's already bloomed for this year, and of course it bloomed a beautiful white lily. Right here, this is Dusty Miller. It takes full sun as well. They give you a show. It is also an annual, and it's the same on this side. Same plants on this side with the lilies and the white lantana. As you can see, a few little ones are falling off as I touch them, but this gives you a pretty white color that drifts over the pot, and I love those. This is another little seating area that we have. And as we move this way, This is one of the things that I love the most out here. I call her my black lady. She wasn't at first, it was just a concrete. And since I like to paint, I painted her black. And I love red lips, so I gave her some red lipstick. Now these are the plants that you saw at Liz's house when we showed you what we purchased at Lowe's and Walmart. These were purchased, of course, this is a petunia, and they're in full bloom now. And they'll just, as you can see the blooms that's gonna come out, they give you a show all summer long until the first frost hits them. This is the plant that I showed you at Liz's house. It's called Euphoria. I just kind of fell in love with this little dainty looking plant. I'd never planted it before, but apparently it likes it right here. It also takes full sun. It is an annual along with the petunias. I don't know if I said that, but it's an annual. And then in the back, I have a little sweet potato vine that's gonna grow over and spill over, along with a piece of creeping Jenny that's gonna spill over this way. Moving this way, Liz and I have a friend, Kathy and Charles Smith, and Charles is a master gardener, and he just recently gave us this. These are Japanese peach trees. Now, I'm sure you all are saying trees. Yes, I said trees. They should get to be about 4 to 5 inches tall, and they produce little peaches that come in the size of maybe a persimmon. I'd never seen them before, but when they had this in their yard, Liz and I both begged for some. So we both have this. And hopefully, this is just where I'm trying to start it, but it's gonna move to my backyard in the ground at some point. And we'll be showing you that as we transfer that. Back here, I have another white lily. Of course, it's bloomed for this year, but it gave beautiful white blooms. And I got a little faux plant around here. That's the only faux plant that I have out here. Moving this way, we have more lilies. Again, they're white as well, along with some creeping Jenny that Liz gave me that's gonna spill over this pot. This lily has already bloomed for this season. It will not bloom again, but next spring it'll be back, so I don't have to plant anything else in this pot. This is my first time planting a mosquito plant. Now, I purchased this at Lowe's. I thought it was absolutely beautiful. It's supposed to keep mosquitoes away, and I think it's pretty much doing a good job. Down below, I have vinca. Vinca is an annual plant as well. White vinca. I love it. It's nice and flush. And another one of my pretty white plants. Moving this way, I have a white sun patient. Now, I had never heard of sun patients until I saw a lady. I was in Home Depot or Lowe's, I don't remember, but she was purchasing it, and she said that tolerates sun. I have always been a lover of impatiens. However, I never had the shade for them. But this is a sun-loving plant. It will take full sun. It is an annual. But you better believe, see how beautiful and lush it is? I will be planted again next year. Below is my beautiful little plant, and this is called a silver mound. And it's so soft and luscious. Now this is a perennial. So as you can see on my patio, I have a mixture of perennials and annuals. I leave them outside of the gazebo, so when I water, I only have to water the outside perimeter, but when the good Lord waters, it's an extra bonus, and everything is watered well, because I cannot water like he waters. So that concludes my outdoor living space, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Again, I want to show you all a nighttime view and a nighttime vibe of how it looks when we light the candles and everything. Please like, share, and subscribe. And please, don't hesitate to leave us a comment. Until next time, bye-bye from Dee and Liz. Well, friends, as I promised to give you a nighttime view, this is what it looks like at night. This is my little zen area where I read and meditate, have my morning coffee. And of course, this way is just a bench that we have for extra seating. I have a little sign that tells you to relax and unwind. And then this is my back door leading down the steps. And this way, I just have a little lantern. And of course, you saw earlier today the flowers that were over here. And of course, the grill is covered up. And then we're gonna move this way back inside of the gazebo so you can see what it looks like. Now, one thing we have that I truly love is this little bug zapper. And of course, you know, bugs are drawn to light, and when they get over here, they get zapped, and several have been zapped tonight. This is how the lights look that's lit up inside the gazebo, and he put them all the way around. If you look up, you can see the ceiling fan. We have that going, and it cools us off. So this is the all the way around look with it lit up. And then when you come this way, we have a fire pit. But of course, it's not lit tonight, but we'll light it up in the fall. But I do like the ambiance of some candles. So we have some candlelight out here at night. Moving this way, I just have a couple of battery operated candlesticks that also give us a little flicker. And Liz gave me these. I think she gave them to me about 2 years ago. I never knew where or how I was going to use them, but this is what I did with them. Okay, so we're going to step back outside one more time of the gazebo, and I want to show you a little project that my husband did, and I'm so thankful for him. We have 3 pine trees in the backyard, and he put these little rope lights on them and they light up. He also put this little light in our crepe myrtle tree, and I hope you can see it. So that's one tree, the crepe myrtle tree. Behind the crepe myrtle tree is tree number 2 that's lit up, and that's tree number 3. So he has the lights all dancing around the trees. And kudos to my husband. Love you, honey. So I hope you enjoyed this nighttime view of our gazebo. And again, thanks for watching.